Hey guys, it is 2:18 in the morning on the 31st, but I'm going to quickly run through the 30th. The only thing like genuinely CampNaNo related that I did was the very rough draft beginning of the book that I'm doing for the Man of Darkness continuation thing. Yeah, that was the only thing. I finished the edit of Man of Darkness the day before. That book will be called Child of Sickness. I can't remember if I told you that before. I don't think so, because I think I only finally decided 100% on that title when my mom and I were shopping on Friday. But outside of that, yesterday I also did make some book covers, so I will show you those. We have Child of Sickness here. Again, these are like first draft book covers and stuff. Any cover that has a black background reflects super weird on my iPad, but here we are. I also did, that's not one of them, the book 3 in the Young Bow series, Always Watching. Again, originally they were called prequels, but for this one I did make it the Young Bow series. I actually really like that one, just as a fun fact. And then I was also making one for Z, and I finally did decide on a name for it. But no matter what I do, it won't export correctly. Like, it shows up when I get on Designer, which is how I made this one. But no matter what I do, it won't export it with the background image. It just turns it into a white background no matter what I do. So I'll probably have to recreate it again, which I've done like 14 times now, in hopes of it actually exporting correctly at least once, but it won't. And I'm imagining it won't this time either. Yeah. I am going to put the image in there real fast on here, and I'll just show it to you. There we go. So, Voice of the Wild Places, Z. There you go. All of the books that will eventually be in this series will start with Voice of the Wild Places, and then the title, presumably, of whatever that place is. That is inspired by a Fawcett quote, which was originally, there we go, it was the voice of the wild places, and I knew that it was now part of me forever. I think that is the one that I wrote down at the beginning, maybe? No, I think the one that I put at the beginning of Z is, if with all my experience we can't make it, there's not much hope for others, which is what Fawcett said about Z, because he did not want anyone else to come after him, or come in search of him. Yeah, again, I just went to export it and it just turned the cover white. I don't know why it does that. I don't know. I'm gonna screenshot it so that way I can put it in my Nano thing. I'll eventually see if it doesn't do that on the computer version of Designer. I've never had that issue on Designer in the first place, but there's a first time for everything, I suppose. Outside of all of that, today is the final day of April CampNaNo prep. I don't have a lot to do at all. It's kind of a rest day, I suppose. I'm not going to do anything else CampNaNo related until midnight on the 1st. The only thing that I'm focusing on today really is my normal writing and staying awake until at least 6, hopefully 8. But I'm definitely going to shoot for at least 6 o'clock, but screenshotted and cropped out, but now we've got that. So I do need to edit these all onto a single title document, and I need to put those into CampNaNo's site, but I'll show that to you guys on the 1st. This video is, I guess, going to cover the 30th and the 31st, so I guess I'll show it to you in this video. Once I get around to it, I'll just put a picture of it after this video at some point. But otherwise, I'm not going to do anything CampNaNo related today. I'm just going to work on my normal writing. I'm going to work on meeting my word goal, and outside of that, I'm just going to work until staying awake until at least 6 o'clock, and hopefully reset my sleep schedule. So, fun stuff. But yeah, outside of that, everything is ready and good to go for the 1st. Always watching Child of Sickness, Z, and the Door-to-Door Sales Slayer. I still need to actually make that cover. I haven't gotten around to that yet, but I do have the cover image because, again, I'm not drawing these ones. But this is the image that I'm going to use for the rough draft cover concept. And then I'll put that on the CampNaNo site too, and I'll show it to you guys after this video at some point. In this video, but after this particular section of it is done playing. But that's it. That's all I have for the 30th, and I suppose that's pretty much all I have for the 31st too. And then I will see you guys at some point with a video on the 1st. Very excited for all the books that I'm writing this month, or technically next month, I suppose. It's been a while since I've done a Beau Austin prequel, Young Beau series book, and I'm very, very excited to get back into that, and I'm very, very pumped to get back into the Man of Darkness scene. Karen was one of my favorite characters from that, and I've been considering writing a book for her for a while, because she definitely has a story to tell, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it, but because I wasn't sure if it would, like, turn out. But it's kind of one of those things where if it doesn't, there's no big deal, and there's no sense in not trying, because as long as you're writing the time that you've dedicated to it, even if that story doesn't come to a conclusion at any point in time, even if you give up on the story eventually or decide that it's not working, all of the time that you spent writing it is not a waste. So I've decided that there's no point in pushing it away any further, and there's definitely a point in trying and seeing how it goes. So I'm very excited to get into the Man of Darkness thing, and as we already know, as we've talked about this whole month, I am super, super pumped for the Lost City of Z, and everything that goes into that, and even the book that I'm not going to actually, like, talk about a lot. At some point it will have initial titles, just like with BV and MOH and all that stuff. It'll have initialed titles, but I won't, like, go into super deep, in-depth analysis of it. Sure. But that's something I'm pretty excited for too. But once it has a title, you guys will have it. I just don't know when that will be. I'm hoping it'll be soon. But I'm very excited for everything that's going to be written next month, and I'm hoping for the best for all of them. But my main goal next month is just the standard 50,000 words. I'm not going to do anything too adventurous. My overall goal will still be more than this month's 96 or 92,000. Sorry, I've written 96, but the goal was 92. But the one that I'm recording on the Nano site is a 50,000 word goal because I'm too lazy to change it. It's literally it. That's the only reason why. And then I'll probably be editing Cut to the Kill in April, and potentially another edit of Man of Darkness, and those will be counted towards my other Nano account where I keep track of the editing stuff. Now, I didn't used to do that. I only started doing that in November, I think. But very excited for everything, and super excited to share it all with you guys. So, if you followed me through Prep Month, I hope you follow me through CampNaNo Month. And if you're doing CampNaNo, I hope that all of your projects go well, and I hope that prep went well for you guys. And if you ever want to keep me updated on your progress, either for Prep Month or for actual CampNaNo in April here, go for it. I'll very gladly talk about your books and your progress and your research and anything else you want to talk about. Always replying in the comments down below. But that's all I have for the 30th and 31st, and I'm just very, very excited to get into all of this next month. I feel like I've been waiting to write all of these books forever, so very excited. But that's all I have for this morning, and I will see you guys at some point after midnight on April 1st.